but his cabinet was there. And his cabinet was comprised of about 20 to 30 elders. And so they were there sitting in two rows, a row of elders behind, a row of elders in front. And as we get in, we greet each and every one of them, one by one. Go up and shake their hand. And respecting the positions that they hold, you'll even crouch down and greet each and every one of the 20 to 30 elders. So we did this, and we sat down, as they did, in two rows of chairs, facing them. So we're here facing each other in this court. And right away, they began speaking about how gracious they are to have us here, how glad they are to have us here, as children of the diaspora, as human beings just looking for better ways of life than maybe what we'll experience here. And among one of these people that spoke, or among one of the elders that spoke, I believe it was one of the king's brothers. He was telling us about how we're brothers. He was telling us about how we're brothers and giving a speech. But as he was speaking, he was looking each and every one of us in the eye, and he began to cry. And it was so emotional and so heartfelt that people in our group began to cry. So since then, I've meditated a lot on maybe one of the reasons why he would, besides the obvious, why he would, start to cry in such a moment. And one of the thoughts that came up in my mind was ancestors. Now, we have a saying that goes, on the day that you're born and you fall out of the sky with a parachute, that's the day that you owe another human being nothing. The day that you're born and you fall out of the sky with a parachute, excuse me, make room. That's the day that you owe another human being nothing. So what does this mean? Everyone in this room has blood in their bodies, right? Has blood in their veins flowing through them. Where does this blood come from? Anyone can answer. Jesus. Good. And most directly, it'll come from your mother and father, right? Before all else. And where do they get theirs? From their mother and their father, and so on, and so on, and so forth. So knowing this, you cannot be here without the help of another human being. You just cannot. So really understanding that the same blood that runs through you and runs through your parents and their parents and so on, it's likened to almost a river. And right now, it's just your turn to be borrowing this blood and living for the blood of your bloodline, for the blood of your ancestors. So this is what came to mind when I began meditating on the elder that was speaking to us, because he, in understanding that concept, understood that because my ancestors and because your ancestors come from the same place, any pain that your ancestors went through, I feel that pain. So that's why, in my eyes, he was able to really give such a heartfelt and emotional speech. And so this is what I mean by reconnecting people at the Earth Center, because we reconnect people not just with their ancestors, but also with the culture that their ancestors lived through. And through the Earth Center, we give an opportunity for people to do that. So I'll end here. And once again, I want to thank the Park District for having us here. We have a table right over here if you guys want to talk, check out some of our products or some of the herbs, or just talk about how delicious the lemonade is. So thank you, everybody.
That was very heartfelt and enlightening. We want to thank the young man for doing that for us. And it's always wonderful to see the generations come along, especially with that much knowledge, that they're able to impart to us. And all of us really need this. So let us give him a hand again. And as an educator, I'm always looking when people have beautiful manners, and he does have beautiful manners. As we prepare to sing our Black National Anthem, which started, as we know, as our Negro National Anthem, which the children also have a hard time understanding that name. They always go, ooh, Negro. And I said, yes, that's what we were called initially. Let us remember James Weldon Johnson, because when he wrote this, he wrote it for a celebration for Abraham Lincoln, and he wanted something very different. He asked his brother, J. Rosamond Johnson, who was a musician, to write the music. And as they both started working together, and as he heard the initial melodies coming from J. Rosamond Johnson, the spirit and idea of the poem took form in him. They both combined their talents to create this anthem. Little did he know that this was going to be going on many, many, many years later, from 1900 to have gone through a Negro National Anthem, Black Power movement, becoming the Black National Anthem, sometimes called now the African American National Anthem, but most people still like to call it the Black National Anthem. They wrote this as a legacy, and it really has become a legacy for the children and for us as well, but especially for the children. So parents, it would be good if you can get a copy of it or learn the words of it and just sing it with your children and get them to understand the importance of this song. We want to keep it revived, and we want to pass it along from generation to generation. And today we're going to pass this song again.
Now, I know a lot of us all know this song, correct?
Well, we will
so
stand.
Let's all sing it together.
And we will stand, please.
Yes, please stand.
Please stand. So you want to start it. Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring, ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let it resound loud as the rolling sea. Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us. Facing the rising sun of our new day begun, let us march on till victory is won.
Thank you.
You may be seated. And now, we are ready again for the Roots of Rhythm to give us our beautiful drumming. And thank you so much. Ashe, Ashe. Is that your group? Roots of Rhythm?
It's not my group.
You're gonna do it. Okay.